Okay, so I have my supplies ready to do something I said I wasn't going to do. I am going to do some lids. So I have 2 lids for 20-ounce tumblers here. I have, this is a vase filler from Hobby Lobby. It's assorted sizes of acrylic, but they work as crushed ice. So I'm going to use that for my ice. I have more coming from Amazon. Like I said, this bag was from Hobby Lobby. I bought it for a different project. And from Amazon today, I had delivered this. Lemon and lime slices and wedges. There's 10 each of the rounds, lime and lemons, and then there's 4 each of the wedges. No, 5 each of the wedges. So I'm going to use a lemon wedge and a lime round today. I'm just going to throw together 2 quick. I am not going to make my toppers removable. I did buy magnets to do that, but I want to do some this way first. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull the slides off of both of these. They just pop right out. And I don't know that this is strictly necessary, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to cover the holes where the slides were with just regular packing tape. So if the holes do fill in, because I'm going to do mine a little bit differently. That way if the holes do fill in, hopefully it doesn't seep to the bottom. I'm going to avoid the mouth hole altogether. I'm going to stay well away from it. But I don't want anything seeping down in there where I don't want it. So if the holes fill in, that's fine. I didn't cover the little air hole on that one. I'm going to cover that as well. So that's all I'm doing for lid prep. What I'm going to use for my adhesive, and I don't have gloves on, so I don't really want to touch this yet. But I have a little cup of my KS Resin Liquidy Split fast setting epoxy mixed up. So I'm kind of watching it and waiting for it to get thicker. And when it gets to the point where it is getting super thick is when I'm going to start working with it. But I'm going to wipe quick. So when I start working, I'm going to move quickly. I'm probably not going to talk. But basically what I'm going to do is I want the lime, and either of these lids should fit on this cup. They were 2 different lids, but yep, okay. I just want to make sure they're interchangeable. But I'm going to put my lime wedge in, or my lime circle in here, and I'm going to build the ice up around it. So I'll be gluing in assorted sizes and layering them until I get as much as I want built up. But I'm hoping by doing the fast set that I can keep it, the liquidy split, that I can keep it all FDA compliant, food safe. Some people will like do this part first with hot glue. I don't really want to use hot glue on a tumbler. To me that just seems weird. So, but what you're going to see me do is coat the whole base and then build up a layer and then build up from that. So, but I'm hoping the resin, by using resin, will fill in around. So, that's basically what you're going to see me do once I get the resin to the point I want it to be. And like I said, I'm going to move fairly quick when I get to that point. So, and I'm going to find something to prop these lids up this way, because the lids slope down and I'm going to want them angled up. But the lemon slice, I'm going to put in something like that. And obviously these cups will be for straw use only. So when my resin gets where it's ready to go, I will come back in and I will be moving fast at that point. So I propped the lids up on their slides that I took out. I flipped them over and just used those. So they actually sit fairly level or slightly tipped back. I'm going to go ahead while I'm waiting for this to thicken up, because it is starting to thicken up, is I'm actually going to pour a layer right onto each lid. I probably put too much on that lid, but and I'm going to get that spread out. And I actually think I might be ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Yeah, I definitely put more than I needed in this lid. So I may actually end up needing to mix more resin, unless I can scoop some of this out. But it does thicken up quick, so. Alright. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put you in fast mo while I attempt to build both of these, and I will be back in regular mode in a little bit when I'm okay, so far so good. I'm going to mix up a little bit more resin and let it sit up, maybe not quite as much this time. I should have started earlier, and I'm going to wipe this down while I wait, but so far so good. I just need to build it up a little bit higher. But overall I'm pretty pleased. Like I said, I'm going to get this cleaned up real quick before it's hard cured on there. But that is where I'm at so far. So I do have to get a little bit of these stringers cleaned up. But I am pretty happy with these overall. So I'll be back when my next batch of resin is ready. So here's how they look finished and on a cup. This one says summertime and the living is easy with the lemon. And you can see they are on there solid. This isn't fully hard cured yet, but it worked great. I actually really trust that they're not going to go anywhere. And I feel better about this than using a toxic glue or a toxic UV resin. And I know that there's not magnets on the lid that are going to fall off and go anywhere. So I'm actually glad I went with this method. But I think they look great overall. So I am pretty happy. But that is it for those ones. I do have some stainless steel masons coming to do more of these. So I will do another one on those when they arrive. But Mamacita needs a margarita. This one's finished. And this one.